بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم.
To you and me and Quran. And while talking to us, he says, they have not known me as they should have known me. They have not valued me as they should have valued me. They have not known me as like it was my right on them to know me. Now just imagine for a second that who the Lord of the universe is talking to you. Who are we and who is he? Now let's explore it out, that who is he and who are we? Just think that you are standing in front of a huge mountain, for instance, K2 or Mount Everest. You would look like a small ant. And if you were flying on an aeroplane and you look down from the aeroplane, you will not look even like an ant. And who is he? The Lord of the mountains, my Rabb, the Lord of the rivers and the huge seas, my Rabb, the Lord of this whole earth and whatever it contains, my Rabb. And who is he? The Lord of the moon, the Lord of the sun. And the size of the sun is so big that even a million earths can fit in it. And even then, its size is bigger. And he, my Rabb, is the Lord of the millions of stars that are bigger than the sun. He, my Rabb, is the Lord of the galaxies and the clusters and the superclusters and the millions of galaxies, and even far beyond that, because that is what we have explored through the telescope. His creation, his majesty is far beyond that. And he, the greatest, is talking to you and me. And what is he saying? That you have not known me as they should have known me. After hearing this verse, I felt so shameful that I was drowning in the river of shame, because I have done engineering, I have done masters, many of us are doctors and PhDs, and from the class 1 to the courses of PhD, every year we read, we understand many of books, hundreds and hundreds of books we have read and understood and cleared our examinations in our life. But what we have not valued is the verses of Quran, the words of Allah. We have not bothered to read them out. We have not bothered to understand them, and we have not bothered to live our life according to them. How will we live our life according to them if we don't know what is He saying? What are His words? What are His commandments? Now, I leave it up to you that should you be reading the Quran and understanding it, or just leave it and place it on your shelves for the rest of your lives. You don't know when your life is going to end. You don't know when is going to be your last heartbeat. You don't know whether you will blink again or not. So now is the time to do, now is the time to act. I will quote one of the hadiths. In the light of one of the hadiths, I'll tell you the majesty of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He says, in comparison to the heavens, 7 heavens, he says, now everything that I've told you, the galaxies and the clusters, that is under the first heaven. And what does he says about the 7 heavens? The second heaven as compared to the first heaven is so much big, as if it's like a ring in a desert. The desert is the second sky, the second heaven, and the ring is the first heaven. Similarly, the third to the second, the fourth to the third, the fifth to the fourth, and sixth to the fifth, and seventh to the sixth is so much big, just like a ring in a desert. And the kursi, the chair of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is so much big as compared to the seventh heaven, just like a ring in a desert. And the arsh, where Allah is actually, that is so much big, that is so much mighty as compared to the kursi of Allah, that's like a ring in a desert. So such big Rabb, such almighty Rabb, He is just one. Huwallahu allazi la ilaha illahu. Allah is just one. There's no one like Him. Wa ilahukum ilahun wahid. He is just one. Al Malik, the real king. Al Quddus, the most holy, As-Salam al-Mu'min al-Muhaymin. He is the source of peace. He is the guardian, the security provider. He, he, only he can protect you. No one else can protect you from anything. And he what he is Al-Jabbar, the Compeller, Al-Mutakabbir, the mighty, the dominant one, the most majestic one, Al-Aziz, the almighty Rabb, Al-Mutakabbir, Allahu Akbar. He is the greatest of all, and the greatness suits him, not to anyone of us. What are we? Just a 5 or 6 foot man just made from a drop of water? What are we? Just made from soil? We don't know if we can take a next step or not. And who is he? He is the Rabb of everything far beyond our imagination. He says that he gets to you, but you can't get to him. He says that just lift your eyes and trying to find a flaw in the sky. Your eyes will turn back to you, tired, but you will not be able to find even a single flaw in his creation. Allahu Akbar. He knows everything what is unknown to us, and except him, no one knows about it. He knows even what is even the smallest of the particle on the land and smallest of the particle in the seas, the millions and millions of species, 8.7 million species, 87 lakh species, and millions of creations in it. He knows every bit of it. And what does he know? He knows even the falling leaves of a tree. Billions of trees would be there in the world, and he knows about every falling tree. So he says, whether have you ever tried to think that if he takes away your hearing or your sight, what will you do? He says, when your boat in the seas, it gets caught by the waves, then you ask only him to help you out. And when he helps you out, you forget him. Allahu Akbar. How can we forget him? He is the one who we should bow down. He is the one who made the sun the light giving, and he lit the moon, and he created the days and the nights for us. He is the one who knows everything, all knowing, all hearing. So we can't forget him. We can't ignore his words. Allah says, the people who will forget me in this world, I will forget them on the judgment day, and they will be bound for hell. May Allah guide us all. May Allah help us to know him. May Allah clear our hearts and open our hearts to the true guidance of Quran. May we understand every bit of it, and may we live a life according to it. If you read it, you will know yourself. If you understand it, you will know yourself that these words can only be from the Creator. We can't even say the words of praise for the Almighty One without knowing Him. He Himself praises Himself in the Quran, and rightly so, because no one can know the Creator but the Creator Himself. With this, I end this video, and I request you to subscribe this channel because it is the requirement of the platform that if you want more such videos, then you have to subscribe and click the bell icon. With till the next video, Allah Hafiz. See you soon. Assalamu alaikum.